hop and comedy go hand in hand in some ways. Just look at rappers like Vince Staples, Tyler the Creator, and Schoolboy Q,
there we go,
who are all capable of cracking every.
Alright, we're watching the death of meme rap. Oh god. Oh god, okay, here we go. Actually, it's still here. You know who's doing meme rap? Playboy Cardi.
Everyone up on a moment's notice. At times, they can even be straight up goofy.
All my life, I've really liked syrup. I just liked eating waffles all day.
Have you ever had bacon and syrup?
I'm not finished.
Wrap
First
the
off,
toaster.
oh my God, can you let me do what I need to do?
I'm not really tripping on the money. It ain't about the money, bro. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hang up. Hello?
But while they can invoke laughter, these are the same artists who can spark a whole range of emotions in an audience, as they have proven on projects such as Igor, Oxymoron, and the introspective Dark Times. So what does it mean when a rapper only has humor in their arsenal? Would this one-dimensional nature mean that they've got a short shelf life? Or are their contributions to the hip-hop landscape always going to be judged on a sliding scale? Because these days, it's looking pretty desperate out there for a lot of them. It's your boy Luesta, and this is the death of meme rap. To understand this unique and loosely defined subgenre of hip-hop, we must first look at its godfathers. And when it comes to rappers who have always embraced internet culture and all the jokes and jibes that go with it, they don't come much bigger than Soulja Boy. After all, there are literally endless memes about how Soulja Boy invented everything in the culture, born of an early internet hit and dance that basically laid the blueprint for how rappers engage with the internet. It's fair to say that Soulja has always been proud of his rep as a pioneer.
Always doing a song with before they get signed. Then once these get famous, I can't even get a song from these no more. That's crazy. But when y'all was in the hood and ain't nobody know who the y'all was, I was doing songs with y'all. Chief Keef, Lil Durk, Migos, Famous Dex. Only did a song with now was Rich the Kid.
With the simplistic hook-filled tracks that he delivered, Soulja was accused numerous times of killing hip-hop by older heads. But in a lot of ways he molded it and can't get the respect he deserves for doing so. For one thing, he's been turned into a laughingstock for claiming credit for everything.
Well, I'm gonna say this, dude. He did pioneer the internet, but in a weird way, he did eventually did kill hip-hop. Like the old school hip-hop and made birth to the new hip-hop, if that makes sense. Because when this whole genre of hip hop started, the whole hip hop ended right there, pretty much, or it felt that way. Because yeah, the way that like he opened the floodgates of everything, right? The SoundCloud rappers, the meme rappers, you know, like this, like the rappers who like feel like they could just do whatever they want and just say whatever they want, and they'll blow up that way, right? Look at this. What was that one girl who's like a female rapper who does and she's like saying nothing. She's just like a weird style, and it is like not pleasing at all for me personally. But it's like she's already blowing up, right? Like she's already getting like attention and deals and all that. And I don't think that would have happened because of Soulja Boy. Because he's a trash rapper. Yeah, even if it's a trash rapper, like he opened the floodgates of like pretty much anybody. Even if you have no talent, if you have a look to it, you will make it as a hip hop artist. And maybe it will last a year, 6 months, but you will have a hit record. That's what I see as
everything, even if there is legitimacy at times.
Oh, look how he Meek Mill ain't beef with Chris Brown and was finna box with Floyd Mayweather. He beef with Drake, the biggest rapper in the world. These niggas, yeah, Drake. Drake, the nigga that got bodied by Pusha T. The nigga that's hiding his kid from the world, but his world wanna hide from the kid. Aubrey Graham in a wheelchair. Drake. Yes. Y'all niggas better stop playing with me. Y'all talking about the light-skinned nigga from DeGeneres? From Toronto. Yo, stop playing with me. From where? The grassy. Stop playing with me like I ain't teach Drake everything he know. Hold on, you taught Drake everything he know. Y'all didn't hear Drake on his first song? Tell me what's really going on. Drizzy Drake back in this thing already. What's that? That's Soulja.
Hey, I would have never thought. Listen. What's really going on? Soulja Boy up in this thing, I'm ready.
And at this point, it's his erratic behavior that keeps him relevant, rather than any modern musical contribution itself.
The funny part about this is if it wasn't for platforms like Vlad TV, No Jumper, Academics, and Say Cheese TV, Soulja Boy wouldn't be doing Rolling Loud.
What's going on with Adam 22 and his No Jumper crew? Not looking too good. Not looking too good. Hold up, I gotta go real quick. I'll be back. Don't worry, this video is 24 minutes. You ain't gonna miss a beat.
He'd be doing state fairs, just like all the other mid-2000 rappers out there. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, you're probably right. And to be honest, like, can you imagine us posting about just what? Soulja Boy having a decent Rolling Loud show? I mean, because then we have to post about the other 117 people that are on the Rolling Loud flyer too, right? I bet there's like 50 people who have better shows than you, right? Like, what are we even fucking talking about? Like, I can't believe that he has the nerve to try to blame us after having kept him relevant for all these fucking years, because it's clearly not the music that's keeping him relevant.
No.
Let's be real. There is like a class of celebrity in hip hop who basically manages to stay relevant through doing your platform and maybe mine, maybe some sort of combination.
And their antics.
Right.
And the antics that we consistently report on for 15 years now.
Right. Soulja Boy has benefited from it massively.
And still bitches about
and has no perspective on the fact that he's benefited from it, and that not only has benefited from it, but it's the only thing he's benefiting from at this point, because let's be real, music ain't hot like that.
Due to the sentiment that his music is lightweight and disposable, people have gotten very comfortable with disrespecting him, oftentimes in the same breath that they're trying to give him his flowers.
With Soulja Boy is top 5 most influential, and I'm not gonna argue with you niggas about this at all. But this nigga, Soulja Boy, top 5 as far as to what we are today.
Yeah,
you know, it's
why
like
you take him off your album?
You ain't hear that verse?
No. He was a parody. He was just saying, okay. He was apparently mad at you. The verse wasn't good?
Nah, but I tell you what though.
Due to his peak of musical relevance being around 15 years ago, Soulja Boy is often reduced down to a meme in a way that he isn't willing to embrace. So while he did play a role in inventing the genre as it's known today, there are other figures who would more regularly take on the title of meme rap pioneer. One such man is Lil B. Formerly a member of the Pack, this Bay Area rapper switched everything up when he started dropping his weird, minimalistic, humor-filled solo material. But much like what happened to Soulja Boy, not everyone saw the funny side.
What was the wackest verse on Sorry for the Wait mixtape? The wackest verse?
The Booth God.
Booth God?
Lil B, the Booth God. That was a disgrace. And I'm from the Bay.
He from the Bay.
Can't fuck with him. Horrible.
So Lil B, the bass guy, it's just your penmanship. If you just work on rapping in the pocket and, and listen to some classics and other niggas, so it's like, I call him the wackest rapper in the game ever, but I'm also trying to help. Don't take this the wrong way. And don't get tough or don't try to respond or come at, no.
Yeah, for sure, the whole thing.
Because I want to hear Lil B's response to this shit. It would be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But watch what you say, because I'm known for flipping little rappers on their fucking head. Big one too.
Unlike his counterpart from Georgia, Lil B made it clear that what he creates was inspired directly by his consumption of the online world. Every second I'm on the internet, he remarked. Consistently surrounded by music intake, video input, watching the internet, watching friends.
That's bad. That's really bad.
I'm an avid reader of blogs.
Oh, that's really bad.
And of course, he embraced the role that he played in taking internet culture to the front line of rap.
Through the bass freestyles, that's how the bass god was originated and found. And that's where Thank You Bass God came from. I definitely made history with like the memes and stuff, like with the Thank You Bass God. Yeah, I definitely don't think I get the credit for the memeing, like being like the guy that put memeing on, like how it is, like I was the only rapper.
Instead of just sharing memes or chasing viral moments, Lil B's impact came from something deeper. Unlike Soulja Boy, whose funny moments often happened by accident, Lil B fully leaned into the comedy and shock factor on purpose. It was all part of his plan
there is a genre with comedy rap,
named
dude.
I'm
That
Gay,
does exist.
and a flow which was unlike anything you'd expect in an era where technical proficiency was more of a priority.
There's also horrorcore, was like the
but it was ultimately so bizarre that it demanded return visits. Even Danny Brown couldn't ignore it. The first time he saw Lil B's Like a Martian music video, he was lit scrolling through WorldStar. And the whole thing just hit him in the wrong way. Not necessarily because it was bad, but because it was so weird, so offbeat that it actually stuck with him. Like, man, is this guy on drugs? Danny Brown said. I just knew it was something there though. The next day I was chilling with my homie, we were smoking, and I was like, yo, I saw this crazy shit yesterday, while laughing. I showed him and he was like, what the fuck? And I think we watched it like 5 times straight. And ever since, I've just been fucking with his shit hard. I knew it was something there. That's all I knew. Despite the fact that he never had a major deal or even had a single hit the Hot 100, Lil B has reached legend status.
We can't really talk about people debasing or manipulating the art form of rap without talking about Lil B. Lil B broke rap, completely shattered it to where people could go in and rearrange the parts. And then you have someone like Young Thug who comes in post Lil B. We can't have Thug without Lil B. Thug comes in and his voice is the instrument. I would say maybe the next step after him is like a Cardi.
Even some of the biggest and most influential artists of the modern era gave him props. Thank you, Based God, tweeted Kendrick Lamar in 2016, teaching all of us how to swag in videos. You and Wayne most influential. Thank you, Based God. Lil Uzi Vert even gave Lil B his flowers, tweeting, @Lil Based God, I got a song that's gonna be huge, and if it wasn't for Lil B, it wouldn't exist. Thank you, Based God. That's how deep Lil B's influence runs. But even with that kind of love from the newer generation, it didn't really lead to long-term success. Just look at Soulja Boy. The hype eventually cooled off, and these days, not many people are checking for his new drops. Sure, you might love the concept of Lil B and use Based in your regular internet vocabulary, but are you really checking out recent mixtapes like Winged Wheelchair Squad? His numbers have plummeted, with new tracks barely registering with audiences. But while it's clear he's not the vital pioneer he once was, Lil B's legacy is already intact in a way that both he and his supporters, such as JPEG Mafia, seem perfectly content with.
Really? You think so? Him and who? Lil B?
Yeah, but don't you feel like the shadow of Lil B has been kind of limited? Which I feel like is a shame, but he makes no effort to be in the public eye. He doesn't do any of the stuff that you would expect somebody in his position to do, which is very, that's him. That's what makes him him. He's never made the choices you would have expected from him. But sometimes I feel like the younger audience has kind of lost sight of how important he was.
Yeah, he kind of has this aura of, I already did it. Like, I don't have to do it. Like, my influence is there. I don't have to do much.
Right.
So, and I think people just respect it.
In this way, Lil B is a singular entity in the meme rap space. Because while he hasn't really switched up as of late or had any moment of major prominence, he's still got the love of the hip hop community. While for most of the other artists in this space, there's always a sense that there's a limit to what a meme rapper can achieve, or how long they can sustain an audience's attention with jokes over substance. This is the problem which most of the current crop of meme rappers are facing at the moment. Because for the most part, they find themselves trying to break out of that category and attempt to keep their careers afloat.
Well, I will say this, Baby No Money, he's actually been doing great songs. Just fun, stupid songs, right? Like what I've been listening to, and like he's been going a little bit, he knows how to go viral lately, or he just know how to work the game. But yeah, I mean, like it's not how it was before, right? But Baby No Money has been making hits still. Maybe not as big as before, but he's still making hits. He's still doing his thing. Yeah, I don't know. That's again. I don't think he has a big fan base like he used to, but I feel like he's growing a new fan base right now. The way he's marketing himself compared to what he used to do back in the day.
Once the initial buzz wears off. That's why someone like Young Gravy, who is best known for tracks like Betty Get Money, Whip a Tesla, and breakout hit One Thought, Two Thought, Red Thought, Blue Thought, feels like it's a burden.
Do you have a problem with that? Or
No, I don't.
really, like you, in your heart of hearts, you don't have a problem people dismissing what you're trying to do, your skills and shit like that, when they look at like your bars and stuff and they say, okay, he's like a meme rapper though. Because he said some funny shit in one track or blah, 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 blah.
Well, because I don't want them to be my fans. I would prefer that my fans are the ones that actually get it, you know? I know what you're saying, and I don't consider myself a meme rapper. I don't consider Baby No Money a meme rapper. Yes. But we say some crazy shit because we have a shitload of fun in the studio.
But Gravy's story is very familiar to that of others in his field. While his success peaked at 2020's Gasanova, he's managed to stick around, even if it means he's gone from getting 75 million views for the Mr. Clean video to less than 100,000 within a month for his latest single. But there's just always a sense that beyond his hardcore audience, there's just no real appeal for the masses anymore. And the same unfortunately goes for his friend and regular collaborator, Baby No Money. After emerging with an unanticipated hit with Y2K on La La La, which eventually went 5 times platinum, the eyes of the world were suddenly on him.
There's gonna be a big nobody could have told that. It's like one of the fucking biggest songs on Spotify of all time. So I remember making Edamame, then we put it out on a Wednesday, and it did like 400,000 streams on a Wednesday. And I called Brian, I was like, is this usually how your music performs? And he's like, hell no.
Wow.
We're viral, boys. I am H-I-M, the Gen Z Eminem. That is the worst lyric I've ever heard in my entire life. And I was like,
but in his case, there was at least some semblance of understanding that eventually, he'd have to face up to the fact that not taking the music too seriously or having a traditional hip-hop image may mean that there'd eventually be diminishing returns. People are gonna stop caring, and I know that. I'm a personality, but you don't want to live vicariously through me, he said. I'm an everyday, normal-ass person that does the exact same shit you do. I just happen to gain a lot of popularity through making song. I don't care about the falling off principle. After having La La La, I'm the La 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 guy. I have 50, 60 songs waiting to come out. They're great. I can't wait for people to hear them. Will my music be relevant for X amount of years? I have no idea. I'm just doing my own thing, and that's how I think I got so far. Since then, he has pushed on, scoring another big hit with Edamame alongside Rich Brian. But while he tried to act like he was unafraid of flopping, the reality was that he struggled with trying to follow up and second-guessed himself. So for every hit, there's a whole host of subpar music to go with it.
well, I have a song called Antidepressants coming out.
Oh.
Yeah.
When's the album coming out?
We don't really know yet, but October. Yeah.
How many songs are on it right now?
I mean, I have like 60 that I like,
60?
but I don't know. I think there's like 7 right now that are insanely good. I'm putting together like definitely like without question my best project.
Someone assumed this and wants to hear your take, which is comedy rappers are more talented than serious rappers.
I mean, that's kind of a hot take. I feel like all rappers are kind of, even like the most successful rappers are kind of comedy. Like Drake, he knows he's a meme, but he makes good music. You know, it's like, and he's the most successful artist probably in our generation, probably for the next like 2 generations.
Now evolving as an artist to the point that recent projects have featured tracks on everything from his issues with antidepressants to political matters, Baby No Money's real fans remain locked in. But the ones who were just there for the jokes aren't willing to see him in a different lens. Baby No Money doesn't fit the typical expectation of a rapper or singer. When someone says rapper, they expect something that's serious, not goofy. This is the problem for so many of these artists, because no matter what they do after.
Well, I mean, like, I understand what they're saying, but honestly, like I said before, he is not doing the big numbers like he used to, because again, La 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 was like, it just got crazy big, and especially in today's world, when you have a hit today, in today's world, if you have a big hit, right, it just happens like big number overnight. It just happens, right? It's very hard to follow that because you didn't like work like your magic to really find your 100% craft to really get to those numbers again. And that's why a lot of these rappers fall off really quickly, because you're like, holy shit, I did not expect that. It came out of nowhere. And back then, it used to not be that way. Before, it was just like, okay, we got to work on these songs. This song, okay, this one has way more potential, etc. But nowadays, you could just upload a song within the next day if you want to. That's how easy it is to upload a song nowadays. So I think like that's like the curse of like when you have like a big hit right off the bat. As soon as you have a career going, you're like, holy shit, what do I do next? Like, how do I follow this up? You know what I mean? Because you don't think that far, right? Because you're just creating music at the time. So that's what I think that happens to a lot of these meme rappers in general. That's why a lot of them fall off really quickly. It's just because they don't know how to follow up because of the big hit they just got out of nowhere. Because of TikTok or the internet, YouTube, whatever. And that's what I think Baby No Money is kind of figuring it out right now. Because his numbers are doing fine right now. Like they gotten like back up. Antidepressant was one that got pretty much got kind of blow up on the internet, like on social media and stuff. And so like he's figuring out his like audience, and he's kind of going with that audience. That's why I personally believe that's why he's kind of collaborating more with like a lot of streamers lately, because I feel like that's where like that's where he wants his audience to be at. Or maybe it was just for this project or something like that. But yeah, he's been doing some new stuff. He's been working some new marketing stuff. I mean, he's been doing a lot of the cosplay stuff lately for marketing. So yeah, I mean, I think like someone like him, he's gonna be fine over a lot of all these other rappers. Because again, a lot of these other rappers are just like they're there, but they never want to switch their sound. They don't want to do something new. They don't want to try a new project, etc. It's just like they're just there, you know.
afterward. First impressions mean that they struggle to overcome them. So while they might garner reactions online, both positive and negative, it can't be sustained if it's based on shtick. Just look at the tiny window where 645 AR had the world's attention, only to be forgotten about when the joke wears off.
You know what this reminds me of? Being a kid, first time your mom ever gave you an ice cream cone, and you held that ice cream cone and you licked it and you looked up at the sky and everything was okay. It's like beyond pure. If you asked me 10 years ago, how do you think raps will sound in 2020? I would say something like this, and the fact that it's actually here is very impressive.
What? Huh? Oh, this part got, it got muted. It got muted. It got copyrighted.
From Lil Pump to Young Nugget, there's always a point where the wheels fall off. And sometimes, the aftermath is pretty dark. After launching a career with tracks like Fuck Steph Curry, Lil Boom claimed that he was the true originator of meme rap.
When you started this meme rap shit, right?
True.
And then started seeing and all the dick riders start gentrifying your shit, man. What was going through Boom's mind? Cause I'll be real. If like I was you, bro, I'm out here, bro. I'm out here catching niggas like it. I'm smoking, I was super violent.
Nigga, having meme rap beef is crazy as fuck.
Of course, nah, come on now, bro.
Beefing over a nigga over meme rap is crazy, bro.
It was your genre though.
It was. I did make up the term. I'll never forget. I made up the term meme rap. I was with my man's Nick and I was like, bro, we should, cause the way meme rap is, people see it as like funny rap, but like the way meme rap is now, bro, it exists through your favorite rappers like right now.
Yeah.
Because it was like meme rap was just like, we're gonna get a song and we're gonna make it viral through memes. Like, so we gonna, like, let's say a nigga got hit by like a train or some shit.
Yeah.
And he flips through the air on some funny shit. We'll put our song behind it. So niggas watch the video and be like, wait, what song is that? What song is that? What song is that? So that was really what meme rap was. It wasn't just really funny shit. Our shit happened to just be funny.
But from the outset, he couldn't really capitalize in a financial sense, taking a tiny advance, which he opted to go for out of desperation.
I heard, bro, they fucked you over.
They did. They signed me for the same price that I got my first TuneCore tick from, for $7,500.
Yo, you was starving.
Yeah, bro. It hit me because like we moved to like my brother's crib, but it was like me, my mom, bro. I got 5 brothers and 5 sisters, bro. So it was me. Yeah, it was me, my mom, my dad, my 4 sisters. Cause one of my older sisters, she got her own shit. My 4 little sisters and my 4 brothers, or my 3 brothers, because my other brother he had already left. But so it was my 3 brothers and my 4 sisters. And we all shared a room about the same size as this.
Yeah.
We all shared a room like the master bedroom of my brother's crib.
Yeah.
And it was just bad, bro. It was just bad. Like my mom, like she got like a big ass like infection on her face from like sleeping on the bed and shit. And I was like, fuck. I was like, bro, I would take any. I was like, that's why on the interview.
Any deal.
Yeah, like niggas shit on me for that, and I tell him like, bro.
Things eventually improved, where he signed to 10K projects for $300,000, but he was subsequently let go from there too when the early views just didn't return. But now, after years of being best known as a friend of academics, his reputation has since been shredded to pieces when he was caught actively creeping on kids in a supermarket.
What? Oh, that was him! I remember this. Holy shit. That was him? Oh my god, dude, this guy's a weirdo. Yeah, okay, yeah, alright. I remember when this video went crazy viral, or at least like in the hip-hop world. Dude, I didn't know that was him. That didn't click with me. Legit did not click. Yeah, he was taking photos of a woman, of like on a Walmart or something like that. Like, you know, like slipping like the, bro, it was, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, dude, it was so bad, man. Yeah, I was like, yeah, dude, that shit was really bad. Really, really bad, dude. Holy shit.
He probably did. Look at that. So, it's just like 7. He lingers, follows, then grabs. Second one.
Wow. Yeah, he followed her and take pictures of her all the time.
Okay, so I'm not going to put the handcuffs in the back, so I'll just put them in the front. So just put your hands together like you're praying. Perfect. Hey. Sure.
If he's willing to do something like this in such an openly public space, it just makes you wonder what he's gotten away with behind closed doors. Afterwards, both fans and cultural commentators delved into what happened, and everyone unanimously agreed that he was out of here.
I don't give a fuck.
That was the ass.
Fuck Lil Boom. Lil Boom was touching motherfucking kids,
In a
bro.
grocery store,
In a
Walmart.
fucking grocery store.
Yeah.
We don't play that. There's a no tolerance. Zero tolerance here at No Jumper, homie. We don't stand behind that, touching on babies, walking in stores, getting caught on camera. People had to come to your house about it. You sat there and you admitted out, plead out guilt in court, even on a lesser charge, but you still, homie, can't be around kids.
For unwanted
You
touching.
couldn't be around nobody under the age of 18. Why is that?
I don't want to touch.
Fuck that shit, Lil Boom. Fuck you. Fuck y'all whole crew. And what you niggas gonna do?
What that nigga just said.
As you can see, meme rap as it was once known doesn't really exist in the traditional form. For many of its former stars, they're now trying their best to escape the tag and be taken seriously, while for others, their careers are no longer intact. But if there's one man who seems intent on carrying the flag forward into a new era, it's Yuna Miles. An artist who seems to actively pride himself on being trash, Yuno certainly has an interesting philosophy where he tries to keep things as low rent as possible.
What kind of equipment is going into this stuff?
$15 mic and $100 computer. That was what I started with.
No way. Stop.
Yeah.
That's no.
Bro, it is crazy how big Yuna Miles got in the meme era of hip hop. I don't know, like he didn't he do a song with like Kanye West's like daughter or something like that, or I to this day I don't know, man. I don't know why people see him. I mean, they see the funny of it, right? They see the comedy of what he does on his songs. I mean, when he was like doing like this is on Kaiser Nat, he was doing this is on a lot of people, dude. It is crazy how Yuna Miles got so big. I don't know how long he's gonna ride the wave of this, but damn, dude, it's still impressive what he did. I'm gonna be honest, it's still very impressive what he did. Want to stay? Kiss on. Wait, what? Oh my god, bro, that's what a purple do. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that guy anymore. Screw that guy. His career is over. He's a loser. He would never get the fame he used to have because he's a fucking loser, man. He's a weirdo.
Just upgraded probably like 3 months ago.
Okay. Well, what?
And then I still went cheap. It's like $60 now. You know, I upgraded 60. But I used to go to the real studio, but the engineer said he was tired of me playing in the studio, so he just, told me not to come back.
And for the most part, people are absolutely on board with it, including Kanye West, who recently gave him a feature on Vulture 2's Ball. I discovered Bro 2021. I thought his music was so funny. It was obvious he wasn't being serious. I liked it, and I've been watching his rise. Bro deserves it. He literally got a Kanye song off being himself and nobody else. What's crazy is that the idea that he is trying to suck isn't even fan speculation. Refreshingly, he's been upfront about how he's deconstructing the hip-hop notion of trying to be the best by actively trying to make terrible music.
Yeah, so it's like 80-20, 80% playing around and 20% real, I be trying to show people with my music that like we all can do it, It's like, cause before you got the big music, that's on radios and stuff, and people act like you can't get there just by being yourself, and I'm like, you really can. So I just kind of do that with my music, but I still gotta let them know it's trash, like I can't just let that go unnoticed. I still gotta let you know like this is garbage, man, like golly,
Could you see yourself, maybe this is the opposite of what you would ask most artists, but could you see yourself making worse music in the future?
Of course, man. Like I'm always trying to get worse, but like it's only because of the holidays where I'm getting good, but I'm going back like.
Oh, okay. So wait, hold on. You've been getting better, but only because of the holiday season?
Yeah. So like I got like these Christmas tapes I'll be dropping and stuff.
Right.
And in recent times, the concept has garnered enough momentum that his output was featured on the Jimmy Fallon show, horrifying the roots in the process.
I remember that.
You were going to freak out. This is the jam. Okay, this is a rapper called, Miles? Oh, you know Miles. Let's take a listen to a song that he wrote. It's called Payday. This is a goodie.
I get paid every day of the week. Why this they hating on me? All I need is 6 hot wings.
Along the way, he's left Doja Cat downright scared as well.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
In Rosa Parks,
I feel like we read it out the park, but it don't matter because of Martin Luther King.
All the while, continuing to take his growing fame anything but seriously.
I'm in a booth right now. I'm wearing a suit and tie. Fuck! Oh my the fuck, bro!
Now boasting almost 1 million monthly Spotify listeners, Yuno might now be capable of making a real bag of music that, if you take it seriously, doesn't deserve to earn a dime. The whole thing is ridiculous, but it seems like no one knows that more than Yuno himself.
You know what's crazy though? Like, here's the thing. He could translate this into a real hip hop music if he wants to do it in the future. Because there are people who started with like comedy, who started on serious, and then start actually work on their craft and actually start actually putting time and effort into what they want to put out to the world, and they can actually put a good music if they want to. There's someone like, again, this is different in the music sense, but it's like JoJo, right? Filthy Frank to JoJo, where like Filthy Frank was doing a lot of comedy rap. Like, I'm not talking about the skits, guys. I'm talking about his comedy rap. He was doing a lot of comedy rap, a lot of crazy, offensive lyrics, everything, and then he went from there to take it to real serious artists and be someone who people could take him like seriously, right? And I feel like Junior Miles could actually do the same thing, where like he could start adding like some serious songs here and there, like little sprinkles and stuff, and then when he's ready, he could start with a brand new name and be like, "This is me. This is like what I want to do, and this is what I want to like put out as music now." If that's obviously if he wants to do that, I think that'd be the very smart way to do that. In order for, because again, this like this style of hip hop, whatever, is eventually gonna die. His career is not gonna go anywhere. It's just how it goes with a lot of trends, right? But he has a chance to do this and also start working on some like legit, like actual music that he wants to work on. Because again, he said, "Oh yeah, this is trash." It's like I tried 20% defining the concept or whatever, and then just kind of go with that, pretty much, right? So you just imagine 100%, he actually start figuring things out and start working on his actual craft, just like how Filthy Frank, aka JoJo, did with his music craft. You know, that's I kind of see it that way. And do I see him doing that? It's a possibility, but who knows?
In his opinion, his success points out the absurdity of the fact that once things get popular, they just become part of the landscape, no matter how little value they have.
Nowadays, I just notice when people see numbers, that's kind of when they go along with it. But like beforehand, oh yeah, no, I got kicked out everywhere. I couldn't even record in the studio. My mom, I couldn't even record in the house because I used to record in like the room, in my bedroom. I say I'm a successful bedroom rapper sometimes, it's like a joke, but I was recording in there and I remember she just tired of me recording music in the room. So I had to find somewhere else to go. So
you were kicked out of your own house for recording?
Yeah, sadly, yes.
Oh, okay. So you know, where are you able to safely record now, where it's just kind of okay? Like, what, you know, without obviously, you know, telling us too much.
Yeah, of course. The basement.
Okay, the basement.
For now, Yuno represents where we're at in the evolution of meme rap, where other artists associated with the genre have tried to knuckle down and prove that they can make things that are really worthwhile. Yuno is going out of his way to see how much his audience will tolerate, but along the way, some fans have felt like he started to organically become a good rapper. This can be seen very clear on his new track Bronny James, where people are actually taken aback by how much it's switched up from the days of Martin Luther King. This is actually hard. I'm laughing, but also seriously respecting the bars. But ultimately, it's clear that if they're looking for something more than hilarity, they're going to go elsewhere. So let's just hope that he learns the lessons from the people who've come before him, if he wants to make the bank while the public's eyes are still on him. Because unfortunately, if history has taught us anything, that window is closing all the time for the meme rappers. It's your boy Luesta, and this has been the depth of meme rap. If you want to see more videos where I talk about figures in this weird little subgenre,
look, I'll say this, guys. Like I said, some artists are like changing things up right now and upgrading the quality of music they're putting out. I think Junior Miles has a lot of chance to kind of switch things up and really go to next level. And I think he's already doing that, because with the Bronny James he just said, if that's true, he's already putting sprinkles of what he could do and give, like, okay, this is what I can actually do, guys. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna put out, and just check it out. Do people like it? Oh shit, they're liking my shit. All right, cool. And then you start adding little by little by little by little. I feel like maybe he's doing the Filthy Frank formula, which I think a lot of YouTubers, a lot of creators should take on the Filthy Frank formula. How to go from a joke to an actual serious artist. That's just like that's the formula you want to do. And the best way to do it is, well, do it little by little. Don't just like start out and just stop everything and start going something new. Now you start little by little. Kind of like Tyler the Creator, you know, the way he started too as well. Lil B walk, so you know, could trip on the laces. Oh my god. Lil Boy used to have a Newgrounds account that he used daily. He even messaged one in G to animate a music video for him, way ahead of his time. The Wista is perfect launch content. I swear, that the rap was some of the hardest shit Lil B spit. Like the way he was so funny, but he actually hit shit like was always wild to me. You know, did prove a point and enjoy it as it was. Everything else was a bonus. The others use it as an in, but the time they got big, they were just too much of a joke. I feel like there's a lot life lesson in here. It's basically a performance artist. Yeah, you could totally call him like a performance artist for sure. Young Gravy said, "I don't consider myself a meme rapper. It's genuinely delusional." Yeah, I mean, no offense to Young Gravy, but he pretty much the music that he puts out is sort of is not sort of it is meme rapping pretty much because he hasn't done anything that kind of like takes away from that or do something new from there, you know. Um, a lot of times you have in my opinion takes on hip hop that I completely disagree with you, but 100% honest, your content is getting better and better quality. Man, appreciate the effort and uploads. I'm surprised you're still watching. That means how good videos he's making because like damn, this guy disagrees with you so much that he's still watching you. Damn. Baby No Money seems to have like some decent not meme music though. It seems like he'd be doing pretty good for help herself is honestly a very good and serious song in my opinion. I don't know. I see him being able to escape meme rap status, whereas I don't see how younger we could. I personally believe the like again they got to do it little by little, the sprinkles into it. That's how I did it with like my art in general. When I started doing art, like on like publicly or it was just all doodle. But then I saw the trend of doodle was dying. It wasn't as popular as it was before, right? It wasn't as like, oh shit, this is like this is like a thing that I had to like. I feel like if I continue doing the same artwork that I've been doing when I started, like the doodle artwork, just better quality or whatever, I would not be able to pretty much continue as an artist. In my personal opinion, I'll become completely irrelevant. Even though I don't have a big fan base or anything like that, I feel like the way I still been surviving and still growing in so many ways is because I kept changing my art, but still have something familiar to what I used to do, but change it to a new style that I've been creating and updating and always doing something new instead of doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So like what I mean by that is like I like creating new series, right? I like creating new things. But I still have my style that I've been like will be recognizable. That's what I like my goal is. Because I know some artists who just are just known for one thing, right? And that's not a bad thing at all. They just know how to like evolve their art and continue relevancy with that. Like I know this artist who does like a lot of cat artwork or um you know, like it's like a like Japanese traditional, and he kind of built a career of doing that. Which it's like, oh yeah, this is him. This is like his art, right? So it's like, oh, okay. So that's what like I am gonna try to do now, and put myself forward even bigger and better than ever. It's like, me trying to do fan art right now. Once I'm done doing my fan art pieces or art shows and stuff, like I'm just gonna be focusing on a lot of more original artwork. That's it. Like my thing is gonna be original art, and that's it. Like it's gonna be like it's right now it's like about 70 to 80% fan art, 20% original art, original character, stuff like that. The reason why is that like right now is because right now I'm working towards the fan art of things for Artist Alley stuff for my store and all that, marketing and all that. And as soon as I'm like as soon as Anime Expos happens, guys, my goal is like, all right, I'm done with the fan art. I got things going. I could reprint things and like build off of this for some time. Now, what I also could do is like I could do like 1 or 2 art pieces of new fan art every single month or something like that, right? But it'll be 80% of original characters, comic book, everything, and I could finally focus on that only, like a lot of original artwork, a lot of original designs, and like all this kind of stuff, right? Because that's how I kind of like usually go with things right now. Because like before it was all more original, now I'm more fan art. But the only reason right now I'm more fan art is because it's for Artist Alley stuff. But the reason why I still sprinkle like my original art characters and my original art is because I don't want people to forget about that, right? That's why I want to upload a lot of my fan art, like boom, 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 because I don't want people to like recognize me. Oh, this is he only does fan art. I don't want to be recognized as that. That's like one of my fears. So that's why I always balance it with original characters and fan art. That's why I'll be working on original art piece next week because I already been doing a lot of fan art. Now let me do some original characters, right? Like the Versus series, I'm gonna do my Think of Universe characters, and then after that we'll do Yu-Gi-Oh. But then after that, I'll be working on some concepts for my original characters again, just like I did with the painting. So it's all about balance. It's all about evolving, not keep doing the same thing over and over. And it's hard. It is very hard.